Hello, welcome back to the Sir Purrcast. How's everyone doing? It's gonna have to be a little bit of a shorter episode today, but I apologize for that. But yeah, let's get right into it. Panthers obviously had a joint practice with the Houston Texans today. Exciting. And playing a really good team like the Texans, you can get a lot out of that. It's gonna be very, very good developmentally. A lot of really good stuff there, and excited for the opportunity that we got there. That being said, it wasn't the performance that we necessarily wanted. Coach Canales described it as lopsided. Especially offensively. And they have two of the best pass rushers in the league. A lot of respect to them. They're really good out there, what they do. They get paid too. They gave our offensive line some trouble for sure. You got two new tackles in Monroe and Rashid. And one of them's even a rookie. And so, that's a big thing there. It's kind of getting beat up out there. Bryce Young, he did make some plays when, he was able to extend the pocket, but, it was just a rough day, pocket-wise. Couldn't really, couldn't really get anything going. Run game was alright. And that's just a really good learning experience. I think everyone really just took it. It was certainly not what we wanted, and frustrating, or however it was. But it's just a really good opportunity to learn. As Bryce Young said, it's great to have these moments in August rather than October. And, super valuable learning experiences, great film to watch. And just having those, moment you can just continue to grow and better yourself. It's really, Texans, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. And I think the Panthers are right there with them. It just, wasn't our day today. Preseason game, hopefully it's going to go a little differently. But yeah, it just wasn't the result we wanted, but really good learning opportunities. Really exciting. Just to grow from this, and I'm sure everyone's just super excited for the opportunity to get back out there and improve on themselves. Right some of their wrongs. It was Bryce Young. He had a couple picks. Just trying to make some plays downfield. When on a day that you really couldn't get anything going with just such little time he had. And there's not. You can't blame any one person on this team. If everyone, accounted for the loss, offensive line, receivers, running backs, quarterbacks. Really, really valuable for Monroe, especially just being a rookie. Going up against, Trevin Walker and Josh Hines-Allen, Jalen Phillips and, Princely and Pat and Nick, and also, Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter. Those are some of the top guys in the NFL right there. Top 10. He's going up against that top talent early on. He's going to get to learn even earlier. Get his welcome to the NFL moment as, he got today. And that's super, super good for him developmentally. And he's going to grow. Just really valuable opportunities for him. That's exciting. Just to see how he can, bounce back and grow from that. The starters are going to be sitting in the preseason game tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday. My brain is kind of messed up. So something to keep in mind. They're gonna see a lot of opportunity. This is kind of literally it's gonna be the last opportunity for anyone to make any final statements, and it's probably going to be the most important, because that's when you're playing against, that's, your last opportunity. That's what coaches are going to look at most recently. So it's really your last opportunity to put, film on tape, or tape on film. And, hopefully we see some guys really get after it. Roster cuts on Sunday. That's going to be an exciting day. And, yeah, we should be expecting a lot of exciting stuff, from guys like Jimmy. He had a really good day, coming down with a really nice contested catch. I'm going up for it, taking even, like, a hit. So Jimmy just continued to boost his stock. You love to see it. A lot of these guys are really talented, but like I said, there's gonna be some tough decisions that have to be made for sure. For Bryce Young, he got to reunite with some guys. CJ Stroud, they've been friends since childhood. So, you got to talk to him, especially during the special teams. But same with Will Anderson, who was, as Bryce said, my brother. They were close teammates at Alabama. Before we continue on, I'm going to do the Immaculate Grid. Panthers, Commanders, Panthers, Patriots, Panthers, Giants. So Panthers Commander, I'm going to do Taylor Heineke. 7%, okay. Panthers Patriots, Hogan. Chris Hogan. It's a good one, 3%. Panthers Giants. Let's see here. Who can I do? I might just go basic and do Brian Burns. I just kind of want to honor him right now. Brian, that's not how you spell Brian. My brain is really messed up today, man. It's not a good look. Alright. Let's do Commanders 3,000 passing season. Probably Robert Griffin, maybe? I don't know, bro. Yep. Pats, Mac Jones. Right, I mean, he's got to have that one in the rookie season, yeah. Giants? I don't know, bro. Who was their quarter? I mean, Daniel. I mean, Eli. There's always Eli. Dan. I mean, we might as well just go. How do you spell Dan? Is my brain this messed up? I'm concerned for myself right now, bro. I can't even lie. Yeah, I can do Kenny Golladay for this one. Kenny Golladay, for Lions and Giants. But yeah, I'm gonna call for that. So not bad, 7 out of 10, for literally not thinking about any of them. AP, Danny Amendola, so. Oh, Josh Norman, that's a pretty obvious one I didn't think of. Well, I mean, I would have done Taylor Heineke anyways, so I was kind of anxious to use him, but, yeah. Getting back to a defense, Derek Brown described that as an average day, which, he holds his defense to high standards for sure, which you love to see. Just knowing that, but average isn't necessarily, I'm not going to be happy with average, but, with as high standards as Derek Brown has, average isn't even that bad compared to, normal. I would say it was a pretty back and forth day just based on that one comment. Again, I don't actually know. But, I'm not happy with average, but I'm not going to be unhappy either. I'll take that defensively, I think. No, it was just, the story was just on the offensive line, just the rookies, and, Rashid getting that welcome to the NFL moment. Darren Waller, he was in there. He had some nice plays, good catches, really. And, gonna say you love to see him. I'm super excited for what he's gonna be able to do. To see him working in there. Devin Lloyd, he got really intense treatment. He's gonna be fine for week 1. Dave, Coach Canales, really confident in that. And then I think final thing, there's talks of the Panthers shopping JT Sanders. And my thoughts on this, there's kind of some, there's a lot of speculation with that. And, kind of expected when we brought in Darren Waller. You assume that one of them was going to probably have to go. And we use a lot of 3-package tight ends. So having fourth isn't even that uncommon. Trade value. I think people could see, he's made some nice plays. Had some really good catches. He's a really good guy in the scramble drill. I think he and Brace have a great connection there. He's developed into, I'm a big fan of JT. I think he has a lot of potential in this offense, but, I do understand just the need for shopping to see if you can get some good draft value, even like a quality player that you like out of him. But Canales said he had no knowledge of any of that. Which, either just a press answer or, it's, again, speculation, stuff like this, but, JT, he's a really good player, I think we have a lot of use for him, but again, I understand the need of that. Like I said, it's going to be a short episode today. I think I'm going to have to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep pounding. I'll see you guys tomorrow.